You tell yourself you're in love, but honestly, you're just exhausted. Exhausted from needing constant reassurance, from analyzing every single text, from that pit in your stomach that one wrong move will make them leave, that fluttery feeling when they finally call you back. You've called it the spark, passion, or deep love. But what if it isn't? What if it's just your nervous system, completely maxed out and screaming in a state of high alert? This isn't the great love story you think it is. It's a cycle of high-functioning anxiety, and you're about to learn how to break it. For so many of us, this is exactly what love feels like. It's an emotional roller coaster. The highs are absolutely thrilling. That rush of relief when they text back, the validation you feel when they choose to spend time with you. And the lows are crushing, the obsessive what-if scenarios that run on a loop in your head when they go quiet. We're taught to mistake this emotional whiplash for passion. People with high-functioning anxiety often look like they have it all together. On the outside, you're successful, capable, and poised. But internally, you're caught in a constant loop of worry. In relationships, this shows up as being hypervigilant, always scanning for tiny shifts in your partner's mood, overthinking every interaction, and needing them to tell you, "We're okay," over and over again. This whole pattern is draining because you're not just loving a person. You're constantly managing an underlying fear of abandonment. Your relationship becomes the source of your greatest joy, and at the same time, your deepest, most terrifying anxiety. Let's get one thing straight. The very thing you think is proof of your deep love, that incredible intensity, is actually a symptom of deep-seated anxiety. You are mistaking intensity for intimacy. Let's talk about a hypothetical person named Alex. Alex's partner is inconsistent. One day they're warm and present, the next they're distant and uncommunicative. Alex spends hours in a state of quiet panic when their texts go unanswered. Then, finally, a message appears. In that moment, Alex is flooded with relief. That powerful, addictive rush of dopamine feels like overwhelming love. But it's not. It's the feeling of a threat being temporarily removed. This is what's known as the anxious avoidant trap. The anxious partner chases closeness to calm their nervous system, while the avoidant partner pulls away to feel safe, creating a painful push and pull dynamic. You aren't addicted to your partner. You're addicted to the cycle of anxiety and relief. Over time, this dynamic doesn't build trust. It just creates emotional exhaustion and reinforces the damaging belief that love is something you have to earn through constant worry. Real love isn't supposed to feel like something you barely survive. If you're nodding along right now, I really need you to hear this next part. This is not a personal failing. Your brain isn't broken. This pattern is a learned survival mechanism called anxious attachment, and it often develops in childhood from inconsistent caregiving. Your nervous system learned early on that connection is unpredictable and might disappear, so it stays on high alert to stop that from happening. Your hypervigilance wasn't a choice. It was a strategy to protect yourself. And recognizing this pattern isn't about placing blame. It's about empowerment. The moment you see that you've been running on an old, outdated program, you gain the power to rewrite the code. You can start building a new kind of love. One that feels calm, stable, and truly secure. 3 steps to break the cycle. Healing doesn't happen overnight, but you can start changing things today. Here are 3 deliberate steps you can take. Step 1. Learn to distinguish intensity from intimacy. Intensity feels like a roller coaster. It's chaotic, urgent, and based on the high of the chase and the relief of a crisis averted. Intimacy is the opposite. It's quiet, gradual, and built on a foundation of trust, shared vulnerability, and mutual respect. It's the calm comfort of knowing you can be yourself and you won't be abandoned. Start paying attention to what you're really feeling. Is it the peaceful feeling of being known, or is it the anxious high of being temporarily reassured? True love should feel grounding, not like it could destabilize you at any moment. Step 2. Slow down and set boundaries. People with anxious attachment often rush into relationships, looking for security before it's actually been earned. Make a conscious decision to slow down. Don't build a fantasy around someone before you really know them. At the same time, start practicing boundaries as an act of self-respect. If inconsistent communication sends you spiraling, it's okay to decide that you need a partner who is more communicative. Honoring your own needs is what stops you from getting overly attached to people who can't give you what you need to feel safe. Step 3. Practice self-soothing and become your own secure base. When you feel that familiar wave of panic rising, your first instinct is probably to reach for your phone to get reassurance from your partner. Instead, pause. Your task is to show your own nervous system that you can handle this distress yourself. Try deep breathing, go for a walk, or journal about your fears. Remind yourself, thoughts are not facts. The more you can calm your own anxiety instead of outsourcing that job to your partner, the less dependent you'll be on their validation, and the more whole you'll feel on your own. For years, you've probably believed that all the turbulence in your relationships just meant you loved deeply. Now you know the truth. You've been confusing anxiety with love. The emotional roller coaster you've been riding isn't a sign of passion. It's a symptom of an attachment system working overtime. But that story isn't your destiny. By learning to tell the difference between intensity and real intimacy, slowing down, and learning to soothe your own fears, you can finally step off the roller coaster and start walking toward a love that is calm, secure, and deeply fulfilling. What is the one what if question that runs on a loop in your head in relationships? Share it in the comments below. You'll quickly see you are not alone. And if this was helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content to help you find real, secure love.